And you reported him,
I did.
and he was eventually punished.
Correct.
And what was his punishment?
3 months.
Was he prosecuted?
Yes.
I mean, in federal court or state court, if you know?
I don't know if it was state court or not. I know it was in Florida.
Yeah. And he got 3 months for rape?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some seriously heavy stuff that you need to know about. Senator John Kennedy just held a hearing that's blowing the lid off some major issues in our prison system. Buckle up because this is going to be intense. Let's start with the most shocking revelation. A former inmate named Miss Hernandez testified that she was raped by a federal prison employee for 2 whole years. The rapist was prosecuted but only got 3 months. Absurdly lenient, right? This is a prime example of how our system is failing to protect vulnerable inmates. Miss White revealed that inmates who harass female staff often go unpunished. She blamed overcrowding and weak disciplinary measures. In California, inmates can now declare their gender identity and be housed accordingly. This raises serious questions about inmate safety and privacy. Senator Kennedy emphasized the need for harsh punishments for prison rape.
What year?
Well, it started in about 2020, and then ended in 2022, August of 2022.
Okay. And you reported him,
I did.
and he was eventually punished.
Correct.
And what was his punishment?
3 months.
Was he prosecuted?
Yes.
I mean, in federal court or state court, if you know?
I don't know if it was state court or not. I know it was in Florida.
Yeah. And he got 3 months for rape?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's part of the problem right there. What you allow is what will continue.
I
I
agree.
mean, 3 months for rape is absurd, much less for repeated rape. The state of California has a law that says if you're convicted of a crime, you can declare your gender, and you can go to a women's prison if you are biologically a male, but declare yourself transgender. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Does the state of California require any confirmation of one's gender identity?
There is some type of review process, but it is based on the individual's self-declared gender identity. These individuals don't have to be identifying as transgender or non-binary prior to being convicted and entering prison. It is based on their self-declared gender identity. And I will note that many female inmates we have talked to tell us once they gain access to women's prisons behind closed doors, they are no longer identifying as transgender. They are embracing their natural male identity.
Is this primarily an issue in California, or does your organization get reports from other states?
It is certainly the most pervasive in California, since California was on the forefront, one of the first states in the country to pass this state law. But the BOP also generally recommends housing inmates based on their gender identity. There is, again, a review process there.
Wait, you
where
say the BOPs, that's the federal prison
Bureau
system?
of Prison. Under the Biden-Harris administration, they ordered federal prisons to recognize trans-identified inmates' health and safety when making housing decisions, and even declared for the first time that gender-affirming surgery may be medically appropriate, which means taxpayers would be funding it.
These rapes that you talked about, do we have any idea how many have occurred nationwide?
I think that is one of the problems, and that was one of the problems, my understanding, going into PRERA, that there was a lack of reporting. I can tell you in California, state numbers are that 2,186 trans-identified inmates exist in the state. As of now, I'm aware of 351 of them requesting to go to
Okay,
female
could you
prison.
give me the,
We all heard that.
Ms. Abate?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm looking for specific, I mean, how do we stop this?
So first of all, I think we have to realize that when we over-sentence people for any crimes, we're overpopulating our prisons. At the same time, staffing numbers are dwindling. That is dangerous for incarcerated
I
people.
know, but you can't let people rape other people, whether in prison or outside of prison.
So let's focus on what the people involved in this system need. And the people that are in the prisons need access to outside folks so they can have support, so they can report things safely, so that it can receive counseling from community organizations that can translate into when they leave the facility, so they can have that ability to heal from the trauma and process what's happened to them. We need to ensure that staff are provided with what they need to do their jobs, including adequate training, adequate numbers, the ability to take a day off to go see a kid's recital without having to call in sick because you know you won't be allowed to go, thereby forcing other folks to supplement when you need time off. We have to
Right, folks, that's the rundown of this groundbreaking hearing. It's clear our prison system needs some serious overhaul. If you found this video informative, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.